I saw this conversation bubbling around on social media, and I want to be clear, concise with you, ladies and gentlemen. This one is not even that close. As we close out the 2010s and head into a new decade, Happy New Year to everyone. I want to be clear with you. Drake is the artist of the decade, ladies and gentlemen. He simply had the most impact in every category you can come up with. If it's about the hit records, Drake has literally controlled the radio this entire decade. If it's about the pop records, Drake has had some of the biggest records like Hotline Bling, Best I Ever Had, I Ain't Need a One Dance, Started From the Bottom. His last album, Scorpion alone, had 3 of the biggest records this decade on it. God's Plan, Nice for What, and Got You in My Feelings. Kiki, Do You Love Me? Are You Riding? So we had God's Plan, Nice for What, and In My Feelings on one album alone. From a feature standpoint, Drake was easily the most impactful artist this decade. When I'm about to tell you guys, this actually doesn't make sense. Trey Songz, I Invented Sex, Rick Ross's Ashton Martin Music, Lil Wayne's Believe Me, 2 Chainz' No Lie, Kendrick Lamar's Poetic Justice, Nicki Minaj Moments for Life, A$AP Rocky's No Problem, Big Sean's Blessing, Future's Where You At, DJ Khaled For Free, Rihanna, Work, Travis Scott, Sicko Mode, Chris Brown's No Guidance, Meek Mill's Going Back. I'm literally just to name a few of his records. I'm literally just naming a few of them. He's the only solo artist to have at least 200 appearances on the Billboard Hot 100 Songs chart. He actually is at 206 right now, just one behind Glee for breaking the all-time record. Last summer, Drake passed the Beatles to hold the second spot for the most singles to land in a Hot 100 Top 10. He only trails Madonna in that category. This man has had 35 of his hits to reach the top 10. I believe Drake had the most catchy diss record this decade in back to back. I never seen someone so gracefully disrespect someone the way Drake did Meek when they were having their problems. I'm happy they worked everything out. 7 #1 solo albums. He only trails guys, you might have heard of them, Eminem, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Jay. Personally, I believe the man has had 2 classic bodies of work this decade in Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. Many would argue more because of the amount of hits he had on it. I'll just leave it at that. This dude was simply the most impactful, the biggest artist. Let me be clear. I just did my top albums of the decade, and Kendrick Lamar had 2 of the top 3 albums on that list in Damn and Good Kid, Mad City for me personally. Kendrick Lamar had more impactful bodies of work than Drake, or at least he topped that chart better. But be clear, Drake, overall, he controlled the strip clubs. He controlled the clubs altogether. I don't care what club you in. Drake controlled it. He controlled your family functions. He even gave you a dance record in between with the Kiki, Do You Love Me? He gave you emotional music. He made street dudes feel like it was okay to cry. He gave you hit after hit after hit. He hopped on every big record. He co-signed a lot of artists, giving them a platform. Guys like Block Boy JB, Lil Baby, all careers were impacted by the success of Drake. The dude is as great a scorer as he is. The assists that he dished out this decade might be more impressive than the buckets he put up himself. This dude has been a staple in our culture, a legend, and he still, at the age of 33, has light years ahead of him musically that I can't wait for. If we're talking about 2010 to 2019, it wasn't even close. Drizzy Drake was the biggest artist to grace the last 10 years. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids that tuned in.
We locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.